Hello, this is Angel. So I'm going to be showing you a tour of my craft room. So let me start. So I have wool outside of my bedroom and I have it in bulk. But this is for my braids, my marshmallow nest clouds, and my super honeycomb woolly wrap. And of course, can spin this as well. I'm going across to my craft room. I have more wool. As you see, I've been working with it a lot. Let's start off with, I have a ribbon wall. This is just some of the ribbon I do have. So, just some. And then this is where I have a trash, but it's mostly paper. In these bins, I have ribbon, satin ribbon, grosgrain ribbon, ribbon with gold and silver edging. This is my mailing station. Oh, I just received some U-fiber today, so I was just taking it apart or pulling them apart for spinning. But this is, I have a pegboard there. I have my cellophane wraps up there. I have stamps. I have labels. I have paper, printer paper. However, I have my printer in my husband's office since it's a Wi-Fi and Kodak. Because I use a lot of ink and it's cheaper. I went ahead and just kept it over there since I need all the room in here as I can get. I have my poly bags. I also have flat rate boxes, which I have in another room. My room is made up in a couple parts. I have my scrappy side and then my yarn, wool, fiber side. So this is where I have, on my paper, I have like cardstock and paper galore. As you can see, when I started my business, I started doing greeting cards. And I still love scrapbook paper. This is all dedicated to my paper. I have these totes that have more ribbon in there. I have more scrap paper and stickers and other fun stuff. And let's see. Let's go over here. This is more cardstock. I'm not allowed to buy a card. It's sacrilegious since I have all this paper and I have all this supply. And then I have a wall full of my Cricut cartridges. Since I still do a lot of die cutting. So my husband hung that up for me. He got this one from Target. It's really cool. It fits my cartridges perfectly. Let me turn here. This is where I take most of my pictures. It's a mess. I got this as a gift from Tabitha Frohart Johnson. She's of TFJ Design, so she's part. I think she's the one who founded the Confessions of a Prop Junkie and all that fun stuff. I got to meet her in North Carolina. Her sister's husband was stationed at the same base my husband was in North Carolina. So, since she was there, she came to my home and we got to chit chat, which was fun. Here's a new yarn. Look how pretty. Mohair. There's my neighborhood. I have lots of windows here, but I have about 4, as you can see. So, I really don't ever have to open or turn on the light till till it's really dark. So, here are this is where I have my big equipment. As you see, I have 2 balls of roving. So I have Cricut Create, the Cricut Express, the other Cricut Expression, and then Expression Anniversary Edition, Cricut Imagine, and then I have my Zutter cutter, and then my binder, and then my sticker maker, and then I have more stuff for mini albums, and then my vacuum, and then my laminator. I have a cart under here which has more supply. I have more supplies in there, more die cutting stuff, more Cricut cartridges. I have under here, I utilize the storage, which I have more stuff underneath. frames and chipboard albums, stuff for me to alter with. And this is where my stamp station is. I have a bunch of my stamps. Ooh, something just fell. So I love acrylic stamps. I'm not allowed to buy stamps anymore either. People have given me stamps, and I've got them for super freaking cheap. For those who buy dollar stamps, and I'm sure you've seen, I've organized it in these trading card, what do you call them? These clear trading card sheets. So I have yet to put the rest of mine in there. I have more stamps in here. It's like a dump bin. Orders to go out, which is more braids and wool and my marshmallow wrap. I have more stamps in here. I'm not supposed to have all this, but that's just where I put it. Hand spun yarns for the RTS, Angel Spun RTS sale. So I've been working really hard on new yarns. I have ink here, a lot of my Tim Holtz ink. And then I have my chalk inks and my dye inks. And then I have my stickles. I have a stickles display, which I got at a closeout in North Carolina. It was a scrapbook store closeout, so I got this for dirt cheap. So I had a place to put my stickles. And then I do dry embossing, so as you see, I have my Cuddle Bug and some Sizzix, what do you call them? Sizzix folders. And then I have more punches, my Martha Stewart's, my Marvies, more my EK Success. I have the big punch arounds, a receipt, because I got more roving. Crap, I haven't figured out what to do down there yet. And little container holder. I have little stuff that I put in there. Here's my e-spinner. I don't have a wheel. I've been working with an e-spinner for a while because I do a lot of mass production yarns. And right now, as you see, I have some beautiful autumn mohair color, which I'm quarter spinning. And then here's my chair where I can sit, chill out, relax. Oh, this is size 35 needles. This is probably a couple of feet long. I got them custom made by Bahura on Etsy. I also have a size 19 and size 17. And I also have custom DPNs in size 17s, 19s, and 35s. So I keep my big needles here in these purple decorative boxes. And then my nitty knotties is what I use to wind the yarn into hanks. And then I have more roving. It used to be empty here, but since I've been spinning a lot lately, I have had all my new rovings, as you see. And let me show you my yarns. It's gotten bright. It's about, I don't know, 5-ish. So up there, roving, mohair curls, hand spun yarns, roving galore. I have so much. It's no joke. I have art bats and textures, more hand spun, some commercial thick and thin, that's silk and wool. I have some mohair that Ms. Joko Couture sent me, more commercial thick and thins, and then more hand spun yarn, and then I have sari silk, loose, and then carded, and then I have more thickened. These are like my remainders, but it's full of hand spun yarn, like full. Okay, and this is more yarn. More yarn. I'm going down the way here. I have these categorized in either the type or the brand or the fiber. It changes. Sometimes it's just because, oh, I need a space. But there's my Bernay. I have a lot of Bernay boucle type yarns. Rowan, which I love. More wool yarn, commercial. I have some novelty textured yarns. In there, I have more fiber yarn and fiber mix, fiber in the middle. So I have spaces in between the bins here. More textured yarn, more Rowan yarn, wool, some boucle yarn, some shred yarn, and then I have some more wool nubby yarn. So that's all wool. I have like yarn stuff, and then there's my lamp. Here's my mannequin. Here's my beautiful scarf that Miss Kathy Hawkins made me. It was for yarn scarf swap, and I still have yet to send her one, as I feel like I never have time for me to do anything for myself, so I owe her a scarf. But I got to use this in North Carolina, and until winter comes back, and it hardly gets very cold here in California, but it looks fab here on my mannequin. Now here is my more yarn. I have an Expedit. Let me go ahead and go backwards here. I have a 12 shelf Expedit, and not only do I have yarns that come out at the front, but I have to hide some in the back. It was by color way, but it obviously, you can see it was not turning out that way. Yeah, I have a lot of Red Heart because I still do a lot of diaper covers. I have textured yarns over there. I have more textured yarns over here on this side mainly. I have my step stool because I'm short. I'm not even 5 feet, so I need that extra bit of height. And then I still do cradle hammocks. And then I have more roving up there. I've kept them in vacuum bags because it's natural fiber. Same thing with yarn. So during travel, I was able to vacuum it and it would all compress, but it was perfect. Let's see. I'm panning. I'm starting from the beginning of the entrance of my room again. I'm panning. You're probably wondering what this is. These are rolling pegboards that I got from a closeout, scrapbooking closeout, and this was a steal. Like I went there so I could look for displays for when I moved back to California. This was $40, and they have wheels on them, so we're able to push them around. $40 for one. She goes, you can have the second one for $20. Hell yeah, $60 for both of these. And her husband made them, but they were just eager to give them away or sell them. Over here, I have random stuff, plaques, flocking, stickers, scrapbooking stickers, my alcohol inks and stamping pens and blenders. Yeah. I have my boutique flowers over here, which I do use on my headbands and hats. If I can't like make them right away, I'll have some on hand. And I got these. You're wondering, oh, I spend a lot of money, but to tell you the truth, I'm a really good shopper. I'm really frugal. So I'm sure I got this way less than wholesale price for a lot of, probably for most of the stuff that I buy. I hardly ever buy anything at full price. So it's the Asian in me. I have more Primas, I have Recollections, I have border stuff. For page, not only do I use it for my props, but I also use them for my pages, for frames. I give stuff out as well. I share. As you see, I have lots of bling. Bling galore. Bling, bling, bling. But I also give goodie bags, and when I do swaps, I hardly ever have to go and purchase anything because I have everything here. Up here, as you see, all my baskets are purple. I have flowers in here, fabric flowers. I have all the different headband colors, the thin ones, and then I have the wide ones for the baby headbands. In here, oh, I have trim. In here, trim. And then I have bling in here, like a lot, like super a lot. More bling and stuff in here, flowers. Seriously, if anyone ever wants to craft at my house, you never have to buy anything. I have chipboard albums for when I do mini albums. My Martha Stewart, my scoring board. I have more baskets. And then over here, let me pan onto the other side. I have a lot of my stuff that I use for my hats and props and whatnot. A lot of my brads and buttons, charms, feathers, which I also use on my scrapbook pages or mini albums and whatever. I love buttons. You can see